on. Okay, fuck it. This is gonna be Twitch only. Hi, and welcome to the Opinionated Bitch. I am your fabulous drag queen host, Prince Electro Diamond, and today I'm gonna be talking about voting. And I would say with the midterms coming up, you can't see it, but let me put it on that side the camera can't see, but I have my I voted sticker because I did vote today. I'm lucky and fortunate enough to be in Florida where I can vote. But I will say this. There are so many people that are like, I feel confused, and I feel they're confused because they're listening to mainstream media sites like CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, the New York Times, the Washington Post. They are listening to corporate entities that are telling them, oh, the status quo is awesome. The status quo is great. Just vote for Democrats. They'll do what they keep on doing. That's not going to work anymore. That messaging fucking sucks. And I have to say this, as much as I hate on the Democrats, let's get real. The Republicans are coming for Social Security. They want to fucking privatize it so they can give you less money. That's what the Republicans want to do. The Republicans are also saying they're focusing on bullshit culture war stuff like banning stripper poles and porn and fucking furries in school. That's what the Republicans are paying attention to. Don't have a substantive point about actual policy. No. Let's focus on furries. Let's focus on fucking stripper poles and porn in schools. This is something that's like important. No. And everyone's talking about how on these mainstream news sites and news television programs, they want to say that wages are the reason for inflation. It's wages, it's wages, it's wages. Net wages have not gone up since the 1970s. Let that sink in. Since the 1970s, we're in the year 2022. There have been multiple decades in between those times, and just wages haven't gone up. And the Democrats are asking, progressives particularly, are asking for the bare minimum. They're asking for a $15 minimum wage. $15. If wages had kept up with inflation, the minimum wage would be $24. They're asking for fucking $15, and they can't even get that. And I would say, as a Democrat, also as a gay person, I'm scared of the Republicans taking over because the Republicans already came for women. People like me are next on the chopping block. And we have some good races in the Democratic Party. We have Lieutenant Governor Fetterman and Dr. Oz, and he has a 48-35 lead, thank God. And Raphael Warnock, Senator Warnock, has a lead over Herschel Walker, 49-46. These are good, but it's sad to say I'm in Florida. Marco Rubio is winning over Val Demings. Predicted to win. He's predicted to win 51-43%. And I would say a lot of that is because progressives like me say woo every time because we can't get a progressive person in our general election. We can't even, I swear, in Florida, at least the way it's been recently, we're lucky to get one progressive to be on the ballot. That's it, one. In 2020, it was Pam Keith. In this election cycle, 2022, we got Nikki Fried, who lost to loser-ass Charlie Crist. Charlie Crist, who used to be a Republican, and basically, with his values, in some ways kind of still is. And I remember seeing ads for him saying, oh, Nikki Fried worked with the Republicans. Motherfucker, you used to be a Republican. You can't work more with Republicans than being one. And yet you have the nerve to say that? And people still voted for Charlie Crist, even though he was predicted to lose, and he's still predicted to lose. In fact, Governor Ron DeSantis has a 52% to 42% lead over Charlie Crist. And that's who Democrats in Florida decided would be the smart person to send in. To send in someone who's literally just going to do status quo shit as usual. It's annoying. It's like, God, and there are so many progressives. One of my favorite politicians ever got beat. And that's Senator Nina Turner. Nina Turner got beat by fucking Sherrod Brown in Ohio in the primary because progressives didn't go out to vote. That's honestly my message now. Progressives, you have to go out and vote in every election. You can't sit out in the primary and just come in the general. No, motherfucker, you got to get your ass up and go in and vote in a primary. That's probably the most important thing because you might have one and one. That Val Demings race, it's sad because there are people who ran in that race who would have been so much better if they had gotten support even before the primary. Alan Grayson was in that fucking race. He didn't get enough support, so he had to drop out. Alan Grayson, honestly, one of the best progressives that Orlando ever had in office, was fucking running. And let me tell you this. Everyone says this is just a row election. No. Democrats, in theory, I say in theory because a lot of them are just going to keep shit the way it is, but a lot of them are running on campaigns where they said, oh, we're going to help you, we're going to help you, we're going to raise the minimum wage. Democrats overall, I will say this, you should go out and vote, even though Democrats did fuck up in 2020. They fucked up for black people because they couldn't even give them voting rights. Voting rights, bare minimum thing. They couldn't deliver on that. Which is why I will say this, because this episode is about voting. 2022 is important, and so is 2024. And I will say this, I hope somebody challenges Joe Biden. Joe Biden's done some good things in his presidency, but he's done a lot of fucking shit in his presidency where he's gone to Saudi Arabia to, like, meet with their leader. Saudi Arabia, one of the countries where, like, I think until very recently, they didn't allow women to drive. That's the country you want to unite yourself with? And everyone says about oil, we have to depend on foreign oil. No, we don't. The United States is the top producer and top exporter of oil in the world. We ship all our shit everywhere else. But I will say, Republicans do a good job of letting you believe that they're the good guys. And any Republican politician who says that they're like for people, there are Republicans who have tried to pass a bill that's like Florida's Don't Say Gay bill. The one that like fucking sucks here. Yet they wanted to pass it. A national one? You want people to like be afraid of who they are? Man, fuck you. Fuck you, Republicans. I also want to say a fuck you to establishment Democrats. If you're not going to fight for the people who elected you in office, then get the fuck out. It's not that hard. You are elected by people. You take a bunch of money from donors, and that's who you're serving. That's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be serving the people that have fucking elected you. But no, you gotta go after the money. You gotta go after the money. I mean, you look at the news recently. Nancy Pelosi's husband got beat with a hammer because people want to go after her because of, honestly, what she does. I mean, granted, yes, that was a right-wing attack, but I'm not saying resort to violence, but come on. Nancy Pelosi, when are you going to sit there and actually fight for the people who elected you? Because you don't do that. Democrats don't do that. That's why so many people don't have faith in Democrats. And I will say that's honestly why, as I said, in 2024, Joe Biden needs to get out. And there are plenty of people that I would plead with to get into the race. Nina Turner, please, in 2024, please run against Joe Biden. AOC, if Nina's not going to run, you put your hat in the ring. Please. Please, please, please run against Joe Biden. And I've heard rumblings that Bernie's going to run again. And I will say this. Bernie, Senator Bernie Sanders, I love you. But if you're going to run again, I say go for it. But because CNN and all those other corporate goons are going to sit there and say, oh, he's too old. He's an old man. Literally, from the jump, you say, look, if I run, Nina Turner is my vice president. That's what you have to do. You have to literally say, from the jump, you elect me, Nina Turner will be by my side. And AOC, if you're going to run, I'd say also take Nina Turner on your side. Come on. Girl, I'd love you to go in and let's make some fucking history here. Let's make the first female president, first female vice president combination. I would love it. And actually, to Nina Turner, Senator Nina Turner, I'd say also, if you're going to run, take AOC with you. Because, I mean, listen, I got to say this. I do. I love Nina Turner. Nina Turner is an amazing progressive. She's doing such a good job on Unbossed on the Young Turks network. I fucking love that show. I watch it pretty much every day. The only day that I don't is on days when I'm filming this, and that's because it takes a while for a bitch to look like this. As crazy as it may seem, but it does. But, yeah. We want you, Nina Turner. We want you. And if you don't want to take AOC, hell, Katie Porter would be a great vice president for you. Because, and why I want Nina Turner is because I want a strong progressive. Someone who's going to fight for that $15 minimum wage. Someone who's going to fight for universal health care. Someone who's going to fight for climate change. That's what I want to see. And I'm tired of hearing the shit of, oh, we only have to do incremental change. You can't do everything all at once. Man, fuck that. We got to change the planet. We need someone to fight against climate change now. You can't wait until the fossil fuel industry, like Exxon and Shell, major companies, major fossil fuel companies are going to burn up the country. That's exactly what they're going to do. And if you keep electing corporate Democrats, then that's what's going to happen. They're going to burn up the country. They're going to burn it up and we're all going to fucking die. But everyone's like, no, we can't have a progressive because they won't let us be bought off. They want us to do something crazy. They want us to literally think about them. They want us to actually think about the people. Yeah, no shit. Like, the craziest part of people saying that Democrats are supposed to be weak, man, why are Democrats running weak? They've always done that. Except for people like Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders ran strong. Bernie Sanders was gonna win. Honestly, that's true. If the establishment media hadn't come in and tried to sabotage actually, I'm not even going to say tried. They did sabotage Bernie Sanders' campaign. Bernie Sanders would be our president right now. But corporate media, you got goons like fucking Paul Begala on CNN sitting over there saying about how great Biden is and how anyone who runs against Biden is probably going to lose. Man, Biden didn't do shit during, like, I'd say the first year and a half of this term. He didn't do anything. They literally called, like, I don't want to use an example, but Trump called Joe Biden Sleepy Joe. You know why? He's fucking right. Because Joe Biden slept through the first year and a half of his presidency. And then all of a sudden, he started doing minimal, keyword minimal, tiny progressive changes like forgiving student loan debt. I say tiny because he forgave some of it. He should have forgave all of it. But no. You can't do progressive things. You can't pass bills that are actually for people, bills that have universal pre-K, universal health care. You can't pass that stuff because corporate media says that people don't like it. Meanwhile, I'm almost positive it's like 70% of people want universal health care. And you're telling me that, oh, We can't do this. That's insane. That's why I will say anybody who calls himself a progressive and watches MSNBC or CNN or CNBC, I don't want to hear what you have to say. Because you're not a progressive. You're a fake progressive like they all are. Well, I mean, MSNBC totes themselves to be the, quote, progressive network. Please. They are all about the money, money, money. Just like Paul Begala, who's on CNN, who's like, ooh, money, money, after he was on a debate with Andrew Yang, who literally brought up the fact of Nina Turner and Marianne Williamson running for president and saying that Nina Turner would never be able to debate Joe Biden. I agree with that. Because I'd say, go ahead. Let Nina Turner debate Joe Biden in 2024. If she runs, go ahead. He'll fucking lose. Because Nina Turner is a fighter. That's what America needs right now. We need a fighter. Not someone like Trump who's gonna just bring us into fascism, which he is gonna do. I don't care what anyone says, he's gonna do it. If you elect him again. And honestly, DeSantis, who's probably the other person who's gonna run, will probably do the same fucking thing. Because they don't want to help the American people. They want to help themselves. That's the only reason why I feel... Actually, that's why I know Donald Trump ran the first time. He ran because he couldn't get more money on The Apprentice and they fired him. Or no, they didn't fire him. They fired him after the racist stuff. But he wanted more money than Gwen Stefani, and he's like, I'll run for president. Wow. So, and then he came out with the racist stuff about Mexicans are rapists and criminals, but I would say you don't even want to bring that to the argument, because people already know that. What you want to bring to an argument now is... He's been just... He got banned off Twitter because he said so much unfactual racist shit. And he had to invent his own network, Truth Social. Ha, laugh. But it's so kind of like predictable that people see the Democrats fumbling the ball, and their solution is, well, let's go with the Republicans. And I will say, this is to the corporate Democrats, that's your fault that people are defecting. And I'm talking about Democrats and independents. Like, here's how pathetic you are. You lost two of your biggest demographics in 2020. You lost... Or no, you lost one of them. You haven't lost the second one yet. But you're gonna. The first one you lost was Latino people. Because you ain't doing shit for them. And the next one you're going to lose is black people. You're going to lose them because you're not doing shit for them either. You couldn't pass voting rights. You've got black senators and black House members in the House and Senate. And you can't push for a bill for fucking voting rights? Why? Like... It boggles my mind that these people want to consider themselves like strong fighters for the American people. No, you're not. You're bitches. You're bitches who bend over and take it in the ass for money. That's what you are, corporate Democrats. And that's why so many people don't like you. Like, I don't love that. I remember back in 2016 having arguments with my sister who was like this huge Hillary Clinton supporter back when I was a Bernie supporter. I'm like, and she's like, you can't do it all at once. You have to have incremental change. Why? Incremental change. Slowly, slowly. Yeah, let's just do everything slowly, slowly. Meanwhile, you got people dying down the fucking street and you can't help them because they don't have fucking health care. So you say, no, let's do it slowly. Let's do it slowly. Let's just pass some Obamacare. And like, no. People are dying. And your solution is, oh, let's just keep the system the way it is. Yeah. That's what I thought. You're Republicans. That's what corporate Democrats are. A lot of Democrats are afraid to say that. They're afraid to say it on TV. Progressives aren't afraid to say it on their own networks. Well, strong progressives, like people at the Young Turks, are not afraid to say it on their own networks. You're all Republicans. Like, you don't go with some of the, like, culture war racist shit, but you are all Republicans. And they say, how dare you? I'm a Democrat. If you side with Republicans 70, 80, 90% of the time, and some of you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Joe Manchin. I'm talking to you, Kirsten Sinema. Then you just prove that you're not going to fight for the people. Kirsten Sinema, it was so pathetic. She had a speech where she was praised by Mitch McConnell. Fucking Mitch Turtle McConnell. That's who she was praised by. And people say, oh, she's a progressive. She's a progressive. She may have been a little bit when she went into Congress. But then all of a sudden, they started throwing the fucking money her way. And no, not a progressive anymore. I want the money. I want the money. Vote against the American people? Sure, give me a check. It's disgusting how people who are elected to Congress sell out their own fucking people for some money. For some money. It's also disgusting how gay people also do the same thing. And that's where I'm saying, Dave Rubin, talking to you. You literally sold out gay people to be rich, take money from PragerU and the Koch brothers, and live in Florida. You said you'd support the Don't Say Gay bill in Florida. Motherfucker, you're gay. You're married to your husband. You have kids. It's just, I can't with anyone who sells out their own. And I would say, to conclude, because I'm wrapping this shit up, that's what Herschel Walker did. He sold out his own people to go be a Republican. I see you. I see you. You're a bitch. You're a bitch, Herschel Walker. That's what the fuck you are. Anyway, as I close this home, This is the Opinionated Bitch. I have been your fabulous drag queen host, Prince Electro Diamond. I hope you've enjoyed.